common denominator.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Let's talk about something important. Put that coffee down.
I'm not here to waste your time.
Everyone has access to the information. We just know how to analyze it better.
Where else you gonna have this much fun?
You the man. Todd Father.
Show me the money.
What I've been doing, had to triple my bag. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Yeah. Had to triple my bag.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, it's no trick to make a lot of money. All you want is to make a lot of money.
Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another live episode of Learn Crypto. My name is Nick Hellman.
I'm the Todd Father.
There you go. This is your one-stop shop for crypto, stock, and commodity, technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and news. We were here to help you learn a little bit and triple those bags. If you like free cryptocurrencies, you are in the right place because we do giveaways very frequently, almost every single show. Let's hit that like button, let's hit that subscribe button, and leave a comment in the comment section below with your Rapids RPD wallet or your Twitter handle for a chance to win 10,000 RPD that I can send you over social media with just simply the tag of your handle. What's going on over there today for you, Todd?
A few coins are starting to pop up. EOS, Johnny Cool likes that. I see he's in here.
Seeing a lot of good names in here. Looks like Walt Australian may be off work today. He's telling everybody to smash those like buttons. Are you going to be doing one shot for every soundbite that Todd does tonight?
The Wog.
We got a few things to talk about. From a fundamental and news perspective, Western Union is diving headfirst into cryptocurrency. As we know, they have done some tests with Ripple and XRP, and now it seems they have partnered up with a product which does have a tie to another cryptocurrency of interest. BMW, Intel, and others have partnered together for blockchain collaboration. Now, this collaboration is with a well-known foundation that comes out of South Korea. Which cryptocurrency have we been trading? And Wyckoff is saying to buy right now. That now the news and the fundamentals are starting to agree with as well. That will be coming a little later in the episode. And then, of course, we have the Todd Father going over the charts with Wyckoff and Elliott Wave. Yes, he is the president and owner of Wyckoff Stock Market Institute, as well as LearnCrypto.io, home of the Wyckoff and cryptocurrency trading course. Not fly-by-night characters, not flip-floppers. Always show all of our order books, and you can ask those who are part of our Patreon and private Discord group as well. So let's dive right into this. I'm going to jump over to CoinMarketCap to see what's going on. Market cap is up about $13 billion since our last live show at $143.1 billion. Bitcoin dominance still hovering around 50%. This is actually decreasing slightly as a lot of these altcoins are outperforming Bitcoin, which is the market index. Nonetheless, we are seeing green across the board. Bitcoin, $4,077, up 2.5%. Ethereum up 4%. EOS up big, up 16%. Johnny, I'm cool. I'm going to go ahead and blame you. I tweeted to you yesterday, hey, I'm looking to find entries on EOS. Stay tuned to Twitter, YouTube, and Discord so I can put those entries. I wake up 12 hours later, and we got a 10% green bar. I know what you're doing behind the scenes there, Johnny. Litecoin, up over $62 to $62.18. We did get stopped out of this position, got back in a few dollars lower, and we'll see if Todd has any price targets for this guy, as this has been really the hog and the market leader of this little miniature alt season that we are having here, and the list goes on and on. Now let's take a look quickly at the biggest winners. And what you're going to know here, what you're going to see here, besides a couple outliers, are coins that we have talked about on the show. We have interviewed on this show, we've done reviews on this show, and we have been trading, hodling, and buying over on Discord and live on the show as well. Knowles up 18%, EOS up 16%, Raven up 12.5%, Factum, who I just put a fundamental message in the Discord earlier today, now up over 12%, seeing a green bar as I was getting ready for the show. Project Pay, we have not talked about. Cardano ADA, off the lows. If you've been tuning in to learn crypto from the lows, I've been preaching to start accumulating ADA. As proof of stake will be coming to their network, I believe in the opportunity of passive income in cryptocurrency, and rumor has it, according to Charles Hoskinson himself, roughly being around 10,000 ADA would be a good starting point for the potential of being able to be a staker on that network moving forward. All right, Todd, your time to shine. What do you got on the charts before we hit some news and hit up a RPD giveaway from the last live show?
Well, I got too much to go over for real if I keep it all straight. Here's the Bitcoin 4 hour, and we've given various buys. I think we're going to break out here. We're right at the recovery high here from today, and we're not far away from the 40.50, and then we're just a jump away from 4,200. So a lot of these other coins are acting well. Litecoin, again, EOS, NEO, BAT, BNB, ADA, ZRX.
All the ones we've been preaching to buy at these lower levels and buying on dips.
Right, all those are kind of coming alive here. So there's just the chart. If we bring in a bunch of our buys and sells, we did have, we had this triangle here, which I think still is a triangle. So I gave a buy there on the video when I was back in Payson. We had a buy again 2 days ago at the 39.20 level. Let's look at, this was the software. The reason we had to buy here, you can see on the OP, we had a nice little ABC correction, but price really held up nicely, and we had an oversold technometer down here. That's why I put that buy out, which is this buy here. So again, I don't know the exact count because I don't trade Elliott wave counts. I really trade off Wyckoff and then try to throw some Elliott wave on it after the fact, so maybe we have an idea of what's coming next. If that's the case, I mean, you could see we got a 3, 4, 5 coming. Elliott wave counts can change all the time. I don't really try to flip-flop on that. We've had a buy, action looks good, and just going to stay with it. So let's look at Litecoin here. Again, these are all the buys that we've had. I'd had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 showing, and that could still be good, but it would possibly mean the next new high could be it, which means 65, 66 could be it if we don't ignite here. I'm really not going with that bearish count because we just had another buy at 58, and that one looks like it can continue. I did put this on Twitter. If you go down here to, again, a little more Elliott wave count, which is more bullish. If you can see here, the light blue is 1, 2, 3, then a triangle here for 4 that ended right up here today, and then you got a 5 wave advance. It could go to 80 plus. Inside the 3 wave, that also broke down into 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, then the triangle, because that's triangle. I've been calling it that a triangle. I like to not try to change things as we rally, so if that was a triangle before, I think it's still a triangle, but it could be the 4th wave inside the green 5 waves up. And the 3rd wave normally is what subdivides. So this count looks good. That would say Litecoin's ready to ignite here. And obviously if Bitcoin goes to 4,500, you would think Litecoin's going to be 75 or something. So I'm probably leaning more to that count on Litecoin right now. And what else? So let's go over NEO real quick. That's one that's probably a hair early on. If you show this here, I was trying to call an ABC finish when I just think we just move an ABC like that. We'd held the previous support at 855. So I think we probably have done a 1-2 and we're ready to ignite here. It's not going to take much to get NEO above 958 or so, which would turn this chart really bullish. And another one we just threw into Patreon was EOS. Let's bring that one up because this one's an interesting chart. Anybody doing Wyckoff or Elliott wave should spend some time on. We had called this a 1-2 before because this was a spring and an uptrend where it broke these previous lows, so we called that a spring. You had a nice rally and a test. And We just called this a triangle that ended. I'll show in the software. This moved right in through here on the E wave of the triangle wave 4. You had selling come in while price held, and the technometer was oversold. That gave us a buy at 366. Quickly, we're at 436. And so I think we're in a fifth wave here, headed to, something like 550. One thing I also wanted to show on a 1-2, a lot of times the wave 2 will be 0.618. You can see that caught at exact. So wave 2 retraces 0.618 of the wave 1. And then a lot of times when you have a triangle, it's going to retrace 0.382. And I just flip-flopped the 0.618. This here is 0.382. And you can see that caught the triangle almost perfectly as well. So that's classic Elliott wave on the way up. And then you could extrapolate a little bit higher. I'd like to give this some room to go. And we'll talk about some type of upside objectives. But just look at the chart. I mean, 550 would be the first place where you'd start wondering if it's going to fall apart maybe, or at least slow up. I will say, last night we didn't do a show because I listened to an Elliott Wave broadcast I was a part of, and just some other Elliott Wave guys that talking about Bitcoin upside on this move. And this move, they're not saying the low's in. They're saying we still could mouse around. There's risk to 2,500, and somewhat of like 3,500 gives away. That would be bearish. But ultimately, this rally goes to 65,000 to 125,000 Bitcoin.
Whoa! Had to break out the pork blaster for that. Elliott Wave, 65,000 to 125,000 on the next market cycle for Bitcoin. Now, I would assume that there are going to be strong altcoins that do even outperform Bitcoin. Yeah. So if you start getting in these ones that we fundamentally like, that have increased utilization, and they start targeting better general user interface and mass adoption, whether that's EOS, whether that's ADA, whether that's Zen, whether that's Rapids. I see a lot of RPD in the chat. Whatever it may be, Zen, these ones that we talk about continually, we trade continuously, and they have real partnerships working with governments, whatever their little niche or sector is. If they do outperform Bitcoin, which they probably will, just think about some of these market caps on some of these coins and whether or not you want to risk for some high-risk day trades where you might lose the entire bag. That's why I always preach, if we're trading these alts, the people in Discord know how I trade. If we're trading for day or swing trade moves, we are usually trading them to BTC. That way, if we miss out on that opportunity, at least we're still in the crypto market, because we do believe now is kind of a little mini bull cycle here. Also, when I'm trading altcoins on projects I like, ICX is a prime example. Todd, when I come back to you, I want you to look at the ICX Wyckoff chart. I'm going to go over one news article, but we have a couple swing trades. Each successful swing trade, we aren't exiting ICX. We are actually re-entering, but bolstering the bag. If we make a 10% profitable trade, if you had 100 ICX, now you have 110. Now we go for another 10% trade. Now instead of 110, you have 121. You see how this compounding interest effect on the size of your bag, and then we're going to ride this to new all-time highs as the market turns around, mass adoption occurs, etc., etc. That's the name of the game. That's the game we're trying to play here, and hopefully you guys can get on board with the Learn Crypto rocket ship over there as we start making some of these higher level counts that Elliott Wave webinars and the big wigs are really looking for the future of cryptocurrencies.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, I got one news article. We were talking about Western Union. Now, we know Western Union was working with Ripple and XRP, so did Western Union finally find a way to integrate the XRP token or utilize the Ripple blockchain? Not quite. Actually, kind of the opposite. Once Western Union partners with Stellar collaborator Thunes for mobile wallet transfers. Payments giant Western Union is partnering with Stellar XLM collaborator Thunes to enable Western Union clients to transfer funds directly to mobile wallets globally. The development was announced in an official press release a few days ago, March 21st. Western Union emphasizes that this expanded functionality aims to drive financial inclusion globally by easing financial access to the underbanked and anyone currently not supported by the traditional financial service providers. Western Union has recently indicated it is more receptive to blockchain-based digital currencies, with the president of Western Union Global Money Transfer stating that should cryptocurrencies become an adopted means of exchange between individuals and businesses, The company, quote, would be ready to launch support, meaning they are figuring out ways to integrate with blockchain, have products ready in case me and you can convince others that this is the new monetary system, a financial revolution in which they should participate to transfer wealth and money across the internet. Aside from crypto, Western Union is already exploring the use of blockchain technology, participating in ongoing tests with Ripple to probe the cost and timing efficiency value of Ripple's blockchain-powered settlement system. Also in stellar news, 6 international banks have recently signed letters of intent to use their own fiat-backed stablecoins on IBM's cross-border payment network, which is also based on the Stellar blockchain. So more macro fundamental good news for XLM. Also, on top of that, XLM did create a collaboration with Coinbase. We do know they're listed over there, but Coinbase Earn is now supporting XLM. If you want to go to my Twitter and you click on here, or if you just want to go to coinbase.com/earn, simply by watching a few 2-minute videos and answering quiz questions, you will earn $10 to $50. Each correct quiz question you answer, you earn $2. And not just $2, but $2 worth of XLM cryptocurrencies. Now XLM is currently worth about 10 cents. I believe XLM easily can 10x, so that $10 to $50 turns into $100 to $500 for just 30 minutes of your time. These are the small opportunities that build up over time. They educate you while also fattening the bag. And if cryptocurrencies are a fraction of what we believe they can be in the future, these small giveaways turn into large sums of USD and cryptocurrencies for you to use in the future.
Whoa, easy does it.
What you got going on over there, Todd? You want to grab the show over there for a second?
I got a ton of shit to go over.
Let's do it.
Here's back to EOS. I said I would show on the proprietary software. You had a week here where price was going sideways while price was hitting new lows. Technometer comes to oversold. That's why we've thrown that in the Patreon, because it looked like this was a bigger triangle and we'd slide out of the upside. So immediately did that and have continued higher. So those are the kind of trades to look for on the software. And then you want to go? We'll go over ICX now.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Because there's the Wyckoff markings for ICX. We've done this live on the show. This is preliminary support, selling climax, automatic rally, secondary test. That's what's called stopping action by Wyckoff. Doesn't mean we're going to go straight back up. Doesn't mean any of this is accumulation. It just means we've stopped and now we're going to probably work sideways. Normally you work sideways and come to more of an apex and volume slows up, which you can see we did that. We did come down and do a spring. I know we talked about that live. And we had this quick bar up here, which made that definitely look like a spring. We had some volume come in here, a lot of green bars down here. And then sideways, held support on low volume. And then we had a sign of strength. Last point of support. You can see the last point of support as the exact same level as the preliminary support over to the left. That can be an occurrence Wyckoff talked about. Then you have a jump across the creek, and then you have a back up to the creek. So really we should be ready to go here. And if so, then we'll start a markup phase. And then, you know, what's going to happen, you could take this, go back, okay, let's throw some Wyckoff, or let's throw some Elliott wave labels. Obviously it's 1, 2, it's 3. This is a triangle, A, B, C, D, E, 4. That's wave 5. So that's wave 1 up, A, B, C back down, and now ready to go. So this is a 1, 2, ready to go up. So it's kind of classic how Elliott wave could be dropped right on top of that.
And for those of you in Discord, hopefully I'm going to get Todd to do maybe some point and figure charts to get some price objectives for you guys. For those of you not in our Patreon or Discord, obviously on our next live show, we'll discuss some of those point and figures, but it will be at a little bit later date. Also, if you don't know what all these SOS, AR, SC, what all this means, and you want to try to take advantage of these like we did live on the show, we told you guys to buy that spring on ICX. Head over to learncrypto.io and check out the Wyckoff and cryptocurrency trading course. Hit us up if you found us in a live show, and we, of course, can give you a discount. But, you know, we're only here so many days of the week, and, you know, we can give you trades, and that's great for those individual days. But if you learn how to trade yourself, you are going to find more and more trades each and every day to really capitalize on the volatility in this cryptocurrency market.
I did do some tweets. This is Litecoin, and I showed this because you can see at this sideways move on even on Litecoin that the volume has been way more corrective So it looks like volume's corrected. Price is still holding much higher levels, which to me makes you think that if volume comes in here, Litecoin's going to really rock and roll to the upside. That's why I tried to give the bullish count on Twitter today, because this is, again, more my average count. But, and again, the software has called these lows perfectly. It's been unbelievable on the way up. And, you know, I'm still working on the software to make, there's Bitcoin 4045. So we could ignite here while we're live. But, I mean, the software has proven its worth. I'm still working on details to try to make it better, try to make it reliable to sell it to subscribers. So
Hang on a second here,
Todd.
Todd.
We're still working on.
Breaking news. Johnny M. Cool says he's selling his EOS. Now, Johnny, are you just joking around there, or do you see some kind of divergence on the chart? If so, let us know in the chat box so maybe Todd can take a deeper look. If you guys don't know, Johnny M. Cool is our local EOS specialist or expert. Knows everything about EOS and airdrop. So if you got something to do with EOS, ask him. So for him to say selling his EOS, he's either had one too many to drink, he's joking around, or there's something going on the chart.
Or we need to buy that OTC and take it off his hands.
That's
going
correct.
To 550.
You give a. Now you were talking about ICX, so maybe just maybe this has to do with this BMW article. Maybe you did a little foreshadowing there. Wyckoff for ICX on the charts looks very promising, but what is also going on behind the scenes, not even including all the other things we've talked about in the past? BMW, Intel partner with government-backed blockchain accelerator. BMW Group Asia, Intel, and Nielsen are now corporate partners of the Singapore government-supported blockchain accelerator tribe. That is a big name. They need to sum it down. I mean, what is with all these names? Everybody's trying to sound fancy. Just say, hey, we're in a group. We're talking blockchain. We're making moves. BMW Group Asia, for instance, will provide master classes and mentoring sessions on how blockchain solutions can be implemented in a mass market situation. We do know all these cryptocurrencies have a finite supply and low liquidity. If mass adoption does occur, where's the price go, guys? Take a guess. It's going to the moon. Quote, to move forward as a society, we need to encourage experimentation, and once the benefits of blockchain technology become evident, mainstream adoption will undoubtedly follow. Now, here's the interesting part. Tribe Accelerator was launched last December as part of a venture capital firm, Thrive Ventures, in partnership with none other than South Korea's Icon Foundation and PwC Singapore's Venture Hub. Enterprise Singapore, a government agency set up to develop the startup ecosystem, is starting the accelerator program. Now, who is backed, or what cryptocurrency is the main focal point for South Korea's Icon Foundation? The native cryptocurrency of that network and of that blockchain of Icon is ICX. So now we have all the macro fundamentals behind the scene that I did point out in my review of ICX on the review section of the YouTube homepage. Now we're starting to see it pop up in the news and on Twitter a little more. And now Wyckoff markings are looking like it could be ready for the markup phase. Now, these are never guarantees. This is not financial advice. But when the probabilities are in your favor and you make trades, high probable trades, you don't need to win every one. But that does put things in your favor, and you will make money over the long term getting involved in trades with high probabilities like this, like the ones ADA, like Litecoin, like TLT. Bitcoin, like TLT, like EOS, that we continuously talk on these shows. If we point out 10 trades as of late, I mean, my gosh, you're hoping that you're right 60% of the time. Lately, it's almost been 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10. So things have been going well, and we got to keep our eye on levels and keep our eye on stops. But a very interesting partnership there that once again ties all the way back to that ICX and Icon blockchain behind the scenes. This is more of a long-term partnership and doesn't really affect these short-term price movements, but definitely a step in the right direction and following the guidance of Wyckoff himself. What you got? Should I do the giveaway real quick while we got everybody popping in here, or what?
Man, that's cool.
Let's do it. So first of all, this will be an RPD giveaway show as well. You just got to like the video, and you got to subscribe. Guys, we are like 2 subscribers away from 6,400. So if you're watching right now and you're not even subscribed, just do us a favor. Hit that button. Your name will pop up on the screen, and we'll hit 6,400 here live on air, as Bitcoin hopefully can give us a green bar as well. If you want to enter a chance to win 10,000 RPD, in the comments section below, leave that RPD wallet address or your Twitter handle, and I will give you crypto via their Twitter tip bot. It's as simple as that. We choose one random winner every show, and I'm about to go over here and choose one from our last live show. If you don't watch our videos, come to the homepage, scroll through. Come on, we got Charles Hoskinson, John McAfee, the Todd Father on here.
Whoa.
Give it a watch. I'm going to go ahead and copy this URL. Here we go. And the winner of 10,000 RapidsNetwork.io RPD cryptocurrency is Farah Teslong. There you go. And it looks like you got your Twitter handle right there. So check out for the RPD Twitter tip bot to get that 10,000 RPD.
Is that Teslong or long?
Teslong. Congratulations. This is easy as that. Thanks for being active community members. Thanks for supporting the channel, and hit that subscribe button if you want to keep garnishing knowledge on cryptocurrencies, technical analysis, fundamental analysis, news, or really try to cover the biggest gambit of it and really try to help you any way that we can. All right, Todd, what you got going on over there while I tip this guy his
I was going to show. This is a 5-minute intraday Litecoin chart for 3 months. And a lot of these charts have done this. I mean, it's showing that, and the reason we was bullish on a lot of these buy signals we had is we keep going down on volume, price holds. So we were buying all of these, but we continue to have volume really. I mean, this is massive sell volume coming in on Litecoin, but 43 or so held the sell-off. So that's important. And that's also a previous fourth wave. So I think even if we topped out right here, or go up to that 64 level and have a bearish count, where this is a wave 4 low right here, then I would say that's obviously support on the way back down. So I don't think 42 will give away on Litecoin in our lifetime. So,
Whoa.
Right.
Whoa.
So I think we could do a 5 ways here and then have ABC back down to 44 maybe. That would be the, I think, most bearish thing that could be coming. So that's interesting. But I got, again, the software is going back 5-minute price volume, really back for months. But I ran a bunch of 3-month charts today to try to get a feel for it. So there's Bitcoin still at 40.45. What else we need to look at? Let's go through a few other coins here real quick. ADA up 9%. Again, if you do Wyckoff, you buy strength. I talked about Bitcoin would lead these things higher, and Litecoin, some of these smaller coins would then just come alive on their own. That's kind of happened. ADA, ZRX, a lot of these. So ADA looks good, looks sold out, and now we're rallying much easier. And then let's go to ZRX, USD. That's one also trying to come alive. I mean, just came off a new high a few hours ago. So maybe that one can keep percolating higher. And then we've got, let's go back to BAT, BNB. We got BAT USD knocking on 23 cents. And that one continues higher. BNB USD 16.53. That one came higher out of this triangle. Again, just keep working higher. XRP has been the one that cannot get going. It is back to 31.5. The software is still extremely oversold on XRP and friendly, so I think you're going to find out that was the spring. And this one will come alive. I'm not sure how much alive, but I think still higher. And then that KBC, I think we talked about that here. Gary gave us that at 3 cents. It went to above 10. So that's been a nice one. Shout out to Gary, who is not in here. That one's back up to 8 cents. Did fall off to like 7. So that one's still doing well. And I'm going to quickly go over. This has been a home run for anybody on the channels or Twitter or subscribers, etc. This is TLT. Once again, we had a successful backup. This was classic. I mean, an ABC backup. It had big volume on the rally, low volume on the pullback. You can see the overbought, oversold by the blue dots. It had a nice, smart rally here, got overbought, and then in 4 days went from overbought to oversold. That's what I marked in the red circle. And then from there, you'd expect it to rock and roll. It's done just that. Today, we explode another 1% higher. And the technometer is not giving us an actual sell, and you wouldn't want to follow that anyway, because this is probably, we're in the middle of a third. So you're going to get overbought. You want that. That's showing strength. So when you're on an uptrend, you don't sell 50. You really want to buy 40, 42. So if the technometer come off on any type of small pullback, I think you probably want to continue to buy TLT. It's still going to, I think it's got higher objectives. I will go over the objectives of that later because I've got to show that to our pro traders. And here's GDX, precious metals. Did get overbought yesterday. And, this chart doesn't look as friendly. We should have got higher here. Yesterday was a closing new high on GDX, but that one looks a little bit tired, but we'll see. UUP, long dollar ETF. I keep saying I'm going to sell an ABC rally that gets overbought, and we've had the ABC, and we're going to probably be overbought tomorrow. So that's on my radar screen to sell short. If the dollar breaks down, cryptos are going to ignite. So hold me to that one.
There we go. Now we do have some questions over in the chat box. I'm going to answer some of those with my Twitter account. First of all, here you can see that I did tip that winner already, 10,000 RPD. Well, Nick, that looks like just a tweet. How do you verify that? Well, I go to my notifications, and you can see... Man, I already got it buried. Here it is. Rapids Tip Bot did send me a notification that says tipped 10,000 RPD to Farah Heli 3. So there you go. Now she simply has that attached to her handle. She has an RPD wallet built in. She can join the tip bot to sell RPD, trade RPD, tip RPD, spend RPD, whatever she wants to do. So there is the winner, just to prove that we do give away the coins that we actually say we give away on the show. So a couple things to answer questions. Number one, if we scroll down here, WAN, W-A-N, is doing pilot staging of staking. Yes, POS is coming and staking rewards are coming to WAN. Right now, the barrier to get in the pilot is quite high. I don't know if that's the barrier they're going to continue to have when the network proof of stake goes live. So we'll just have to see if the average Joes or average holders like me and you will be able to participate in staking on the network. But I'll keep you up to date. If you are a big holder, I recommend getting involved in this pilot. Why? Number one, you are going to get some networking with some of the developers. And number two, you will receive 7% ROI during the duration of the pilot staking. So if you have 1 million WAN chain, you're going to make 7% more WAN for this pilot stage. Also on top of that, somebody said, whoa, I can use my Ledger Nano S for ADA. Yes, I did tweet about that. Finally, ADA can be stored on the Ledger Nano S. Perfect timing, as Input-Output does have their summit starting April 17th. Now, this is probably why we're seeing ADA rip and roar. Number one, it was kind of a lagger, so it was already due for a rally via technical analysis. Number two, they have had some bullish news coming out via AMA and other videos. The Input-Output IOHK Summit starts April 17th. Charles Hoskinson says there is big news coming then. And then now, Ledger Nano S finally has ADA capabilities where now you can store your ADA safely in the number one cold storage wallet in the crypto ecosystem. This is one off of the low. Go back and find our YouTube videos because I'm not making this up. Off the low, I was saying to accumulate ADA. Todd was saying this could be the bottom as well. The reason I was saying to accumulate is due to proof of stake coming to their network. You know how much I like proof of stake and passive income. And if you watch my interview with Charles Hoskinson in the interview section, he starts to hint at possible starting points to stake on their network. 10,000 ADA did come up. So maybe that's a good starting point to try to get that ADA bag that I've been talking about at lower prices. Now, ADA is 6 cents instead of 3 or 4 cents when we started talking about it, so it does come with a little more risk for the short term, but I believe in the long term you'll be more than satisfied with that purchase over time. So there you go, Jet. You were asking if you could put ADA in cold storage, and there is your answer.
We're giving a lot of advice here. I am registered and regulated. Just got done with the state audit, probably because of Big Beezy. He ought to worry more about his subscriber base that's in a third to the downside, and his new forum on bitblaster.io. So
there is a high degree of risk involved in trading cryptocurrencies. Our thoughts and ideas are for entertainment purposes only. Please consult your personal advisor or do your own research. Past results are not indicative of future returns.
And there you go.
Right. If you want smoke, pull up.
If you have any questions, comments, concerns, fundamentals, technical analysis, whatever it may be, now is the time to ask. This is the time of the show we'll return to you guys, the comment section, to see what you guys got going on in crypto and your life and whatever it may be. We've gone over a couple news articles, a ton of technical analysis, and most importantly, a ton of info. Guys, I recommend rewatching this video once or twice to make sure you don't miss out on any opportunities. Get that notepad as we give away some trades here on the show that you kind of find their way out of Discord as we go live.
And the LA Wave guy, I know their upside targets on EOS was 180 and then a pullback and then 400.
Holy moly.
Holy moly.
Not $1.80, I'm assuming.
And they
$180.
Yeah, 180. Now that doesn't mean we don't rally to 550 like I'm showing, then have a sharp pullback, to 275 again. So be careful. You got to place your buys and sells appropriately, but that's just long term. They think we did 1-2s on a lot of alts, so the biggest rally's coming. And on Bitcoin, we go to 65,000 to 125,000, have another earth-shattering correction, another 70-80%er, and then new highs again after that. So will be interesting.
Somebody wants you to look at technical analysis for Strat, S-T-R-A-T. Welcome to the channel, Peter. Glad you are here. Jet says the Nano S is so complicated and hard to use, I want to throw it. So it was a little more complicated. Now, to me, it sounds like you have not used the newest product. There is now a Ledger Nano S desktop wallet that does hook up to your Ledger Nano S. So go on their website, get that most recent, download that desktop wallet, as this makes it so much easier. No more installing, uninstalling wallets. Simply plug your Ledger Nano in, double-click on the desktop wallet icon, and then put in your PIN code, and now it hooks up to a great general user interface where you can manage all of your crypto assets via cold storage via this desktop application. Check that out because it sounds like you haven't yet, and it will make your life a hell of a lot easier pertaining to cold storage cryptocurrencies. Clifford Chapman says Jet Ledger has a new cold storage wallet, the Nano X. That is correct, but the Ledger Nano X does not even get shipped out for those who pre-ordered it for another month or so. If you have the Ledger Nano S, I would first learn how to use that. And then if you get a bigger holdings in cryptocurrencies, more net worth, then go ahead and spend the money on the Ledger Nano X, as that will take the desktop wallet to another level, as now they're going to have a mobile application, so you can actually have cold storage via Bluetooth on the go to spend or trade your cryptocurrencies wherever you are in the world at any time. Man, I feel like Ledger should be paying me for these compliments over here, Todd. If anybody knows anybody at Ledger, tell them to send me a free one, and I'm still waiting on my pre-order for the Ledger Nano X. That'd be appreciated. I don't ask for much, but that'd be nice. What do you got? I see a chart over there.
This is Strat. I would have thought this was a selling climax over here, automatic rally. This is type of a spring action. We're testing the lows. I mean, this is not impressive. We need to get above this, $1.05, $1.08 level and get going. So, it would look much better if we could just dig in here. But not an impressive chart yet at the moment. One thing I want to also bring up, I showed this on the Twitter. This is a Litecoin shorts we've showed. The red line is showing increased shorts on Litecoin as we rally. And they are coming off a little bit here, which they've done a few times. So shorts coming off means they're buying to cover shorts. But also, it's still at a high level. This was a high level over here to the left, and that's still where we're at here to the right. So there's a lot of shorts need to cover, and I would think a new high here is going to bring those guys out, which would give us a rally to, who knows, on the upside. But that could get us really going. And then let's talk about, this is Ripple with the software. Once again, we got the OP continue to go new lows, new lows, new lows. And then the technometer got extremely oversold yesterday. So again, I was bullish, really didn't want 31 to give away. I let it give away because Bitcoin, Litecoin wasn't causing any issues, and they're kind of the generals. And now I think Ripple needs to hold that below 30 level, sub 30, and get going to the upside, which I think it will, but I just don't know how it's going to dig in and really surprise you or what. Because right now, looking at the chart here, kind of looks a lot like Strat we just had, just setting down here. And I guess, if this 0.297 gives away, I guess you're going to be on with Peter Brandt saying that we're going to collapse. So wouldn't look too good if that happens.
Man, all that anticipation for all the XRP community and everybody wanted Coinbase listing. It happened. You got literally the smallest pump out of any crypto to ever be added to Coinbase or Binance, and just down, 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 not even reacting well now, like you said, with some of these large cryptocurrencies and altcoins really seeing some nice gains, just sitting down here losing a little bit day by day. So kind of discouraging there. We'll see what happens. Everybody was saying March was going to be the month of XRP, and I'm looking for not even much higher objectives to sell my XRP bag for a profit. The Discord people know where that price is, and we're just not even getting that right now. Now, we do know historically XRP is one that lulls you to sleep, and then it's going to see almost irrational parabolic moves. So really that could be happening right here, Todd, where we're getting lulled to sleep. XRP's not on our radar, and instead of accumulating here, we're just happy holding on to our current bag, and it's just going to hit that parabolic move that we're probably going to sell too early, although it will be for profits. But that's just kind of the price action historically for XRP and what it's always done. I don't know how long you guys have been around, but when it sat around 20 cents forever, everything else was exploding. XRP would be 18 cents, 20 cents, 18 cents, 20 cents, on its way to $3. So let's see if that price action continues here from this 30-cent mark. Not saying to $3, but just some nice parabolic gains moving forward.
And my Ethereum chart on the software was friendly. So, it's friendly down there around 136. We get previous buys on Ethereum around 110, 112 a couple times. So I think Ethereum still looks good. I'd hate to see the 130 level give away. So we'll see if we can, because there's the buys before we had a buy over here, a buy on this ABC pullback, and then it's been a little weaker than Litecoin and Bitcoin, but that one still looks good here. So we'll see if that one can come alive.
Peter said, thanks, Todd, for the Strat TA. Anytime, keep tuning on in. Keep asking your questions, and we're here to help.
I was going to try to bring up...
Elizabeth said, I held XRP for so dang long. Longest hold ever. There you go.
There's Ethereum going back 3 months. Same thing. You can see volume just continues to just keep selling, and price is holding. So I think you got to be a buyer when you're oversold in the technometer, and got to be careful when the technometer is overbought, because there's going to be volatility still coming on these things.
Do you guys have any more questions, comments, concerns? That was a ton of information and a lot of fun, but guess what, guys? I've already worked 8 or 9 hours today, then came here for another hour or two. I'm ready to go enjoy a little time to myself, even though that time to myself is with our Patreon and Discord family. If you want even more of me and Todd, go to patreon.com/learncrypto or head over to learncrypto.io. All the websites are at the bottom of our screen here and in the description section below. We love and appreciate the community, and we appreciate all the support. And we like to give back for any type of monetization you give us. We want to help you earn exponential gains on top of that help that monetization you provide. So we're here to help. Anything crypto, stock, or commodity related.
Just wrenched Alawashina on the strat.
Get you that wrench.
There you are. And hold long that TOT. That's going to be one that gives you a lot of profit to allow you to put on more trades and try to hit another one. I mean, that's the problem is you got to hit some of those once in a while where you hit a home run out of the park to pay for some losers. But the TOT is going to do that one.
We got some people saying goodbye already. What if we were going to give the biggest secret away right here at the end? We've been known to do that. We said buy Zen that one time a long time ago, and overnight that thing got 100% gains due to a Binance listing. So, do you have any secrets that these individuals who already tuned out are going to miss here?
I've got balls of steel.
We'll see you guys next time.
I think EOS, NEO, those will do well here. I think Litecoin's still the lead dog.
And guys, we were going to do a show tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Central here on Learn Crypto, but I think it is going to be a Patreon-only live show for the month of March. So for all you Patreon members or any new members we get after this show, be ready, get your questions together for around 6 to 6:30 p.m. Central Time tomorrow. Patreon-only live show. Any dollar amount gets you into these only live shows and giveaway opportunities. So have the questions. You know, we like to fill those quickly with your guys' questions, almost like an AMA style, and really get to the nitty-gritty of what you need help with personally.
Bye, bye, bye!
That's all we got. Stay tuned for your daily updates here at Learn Crypto. And until next time, keep stacking those bags.
Hey, stay positive, pal. Most people, when they lose, they whine and quit. But you gotta be there for the turns. Everybody's got good luck, everybody's got bad luck. Don't run when you lose.
Play hard, play clean. Be careful out there.
We'll see you all again. Sleep tight.